So you wanted to be a YouTuber, huh?
JT.
So I'm getting doxxed and now threatened for swatting at my house. And I honestly don't even know how to approach this, or even if I should make a video about it, because I feel like it draws more attention to the problem. But at the same time, I kind of want to raise awareness and let people know where I'm at right now, and mentally just very, very stressed, which I'm sure the miserable people in this world that are trying to bring me down just they probably gratify themselves to hearing that. So congratulations, you win. You've definitely gotten to me. But I want to reel it back in a little bit and just talk about the problem with YouTube in general here. About a week ago, I saw somebody in a comment reply section on a video give away my full address. And it was there for, I don't remember, it was up for a while. Before I noticed it, said something to a friend of the creator who mentioned to the creator, and they had it removed. I mean, I reported it to YouTube, but anyone who has dealt with YouTube before knows that that's a fruitless effort. It's not going to do a damn thing. So it got taken down after a couple hours. I saw that same person in another chat somewhere else acting like, hody hum, no big deal, whatever. Now, from my perspective, full transparency, those of you who've been coming to the channel for a long time, you know me pretty well. I'm quite transparent with my life. I don't like to include it with YouTube because people use whatever they can find in your personal life and try to twist that into a negative and use it against you. And it really annoys the haters of me and my channel that there's really nothing that they can. I mean, I've done bad things in my life, but nothing horrible. I've made mistakes like everyone, but nothing horrible. And I think that really gets to them. Like, they can't find anything on me that they can really, like, nail me down on. So it's just like, okay, fuck it. Let's just give out his address and see if that scares him. This has happened before, too, by the way. What was it, about 5 months ago? I started getting my address doxxed in a lot of different places. And I was getting some legitimate threats that I'm, again, not going to go into in this video because I don't want to encourage what happened back then to happen again. But I privated my channel. I privated my Twitter. I got messages from dummy accounts on Twitter threatening if I don't take my YouTube channel down and delete it for good, and my Twitter down and delete it for good, that they're going to do some things to my life and ruin me. Why? Because I have an opinion on a video game you don't like, dude? Holy shit. Like, take a step back. Go touch some grass. It's amazing. This real life shit. You should try it sometime. So I privated my channel for, I don't know, a week or two. I don't remember. It was a while. And came back and was very cautious about how I went about things moving forward, because I'm like, holy shit, I guess once you start getting attention on YouTube, the negativity and the detractors, it ramps up tenfold. And I was clueless to that. I was completely ignorant to it, to be fully transparent. And I came back and was just casual about whatever, you know. And I've been trying really hard to, oh, what is that? Some sort of, is that dung beetle? I don't even know what that is. I've been trying really hard to just focus my channel back to the roots of it. What the whole reason for Smash JT is to keep people updated and informed and educated and entertained in the realm of video games and beyond sometimes. And I feel like I've been doing a pretty decent job with that, especially when it comes to the Intellivision Amico. I've had a ton of positive reassurance and reinforcement from the community. And I genuinely thank those of you that are doing that for me. I really appreciate it. It pushes me to try harder and just do the best I can with the content to continually keep everyone up to date with everything that I can find. So a couple of weeks went by and I was like, okay, I'll bring my channel back, whatever. And it's been fairly smooth sailing for a while. And then I've noticed that I'm not going to name the channels because I'd like to think we've squashed whatever beef they had with me out of thin air just to get attention and put my name in the titles, which I'm convinced that's what it was. The viewers don't understand how YouTube works, but this creator does. And props to him. And it worked. It got attention, and he got all the views that he was looking for, because that's what YouTube comes down to. And some creators do it any way they can. Those of us that have been doing this long enough already know that. And we squashed our beef. We're like, okay. But the beef was, to me, a goalpost move. Like, the first beef people had with me was I had a Patreon. I removed the Patreon, and people still kept coming at me for other things. And I try to adjust with the feedback, I guess is a nice way to put it, of the negativity to present my content in the best way I can, with trying my best to deliver it without annoying a lot of people. I don't know, because you can't offend people, apparently, in 2022. You can't speak your mind anymore, because then people will find your address and apparently send the police after you, which I haven't even gotten to that part yet. So we squashed the beef back then, squashed another beef along the way, and then all of a sudden, randomly, we had a new beef, apparently. I started streaming more because I was getting a lot of viewers from the Intellivision Amico. There was a lot of information coming through, and I wanted to cover it. And in that, there were sometimes hundreds of people in the chat. And this is something I'm not, as a smaller creator in the grand scheme, not something that I'm prepared for, something that I've worked with before or understood any of how this all works, right? Number of people, hundreds of people in the chat. Apparently, there are a couple people in the chat that this creator took issue with, because those people I was chumming it up with, chatting with them about the Amico, and he was mad because those people are doxers to other people. And he felt it was quite hypocritical that I was perfectly okay talking to them, but not to the people that were doxing me. I'm trying my best to follow this for the logic, so wish me luck. And ironically, the person that was claiming that against me was also someone who admitted to a doxing in the past, allegedly. But here's the thing. I don't have the time to give a shit if it's not someone doxing me anymore. So to me, that was all like, okay, I'm not like researching the backgrounds of these people that I'm talking to when there's hundreds of people talking in the chat. And I could only imagine, I was going to make a video a couple weeks ago about this, so I'll tie it in here. I could only imagine what the bigger channels deal with on a daily, hourly basis with the hundreds of thousands of people in the chat. It's funny to me. I'm like, holy shit, does everyone deal with this stuff? These random objections to a couple people that stand out. And I'm not ignoring things that they've done. I don't want it to come across like that. I'm just saying, like, that wasn't me. I didn't do any of that. I'm literally just live streaming and chatting with the chat. And if I don't see you talking shit about me, then I'll have a conversation about gaming with you. If I don't proactively find out something about you that you did in the background that genuinely is a terrible thing that scares me, that I should block you from my channel, then no, I don't care. So this person took some issue with me having those people in the chat and made many, many videos about how putting my name in the thumbnail and in the title, making horrible statements about me and my family, bringing my family into this, which is always going too far, by the way. But, you know, people who throw low blows don't know how to raise their hands up at all. So it's on brand. So this person made multiple videos, more or less attacking me in my personal life, because I had these couple people in the chat. And I went to go watch one of their live streams to make sure that I wasn't getting doxxed by them. It was literally just to ensure my own safety, because honestly, at this point, I was getting kind of scared. And they were live streaming Kirby, and I saw this person in the chat with a halo icon, name was Sierra Ire or whatever, literally threatening to send people to my house and that they're coming after me. And he's not afraid to do it. And word on the street is he's done it to people before. So I guess here's the attention you ordered. What do you want from me? What, like, do you just want me to be scared? Is that your end goal here? You just want me to be afraid of you? I mean, I'm not. You're a fucking pussy somewhere on the other side of the planet that's trying to scare me with sending the police to my house. Which, by the way, like, if you got a beef with me, come take it up man to man. Like, basement dweller shit like that is just pathetic, but on brand with some people. So, these threats have come to me. I saw them. It was genuinely concerning to me. And that's where I had to start drawing the line, because I'm like, okay, this person who was running the chat saw what he was writing and said, do whatever you want to do. I don't condone that, but you do whatever you want to do. I'm like, that's probably not a good thing to say to someone who's threatening to send people to someone's house.
Yeah, I don't condone going ahead and attacking Smash JT. Like, do whatever you want, but I mean, yeah, I just think I'm just blown away.
I mean, you're trying to draw the line, but that's a pathetic job trying to draw the line. You're literally saying, hey, not my fault if he gets killed. Washing your hands of it when you created the situation. That's cool. That's fucked up, but on brand. So with that, I sent a message and said, look, I'm banning those people. I'm done with this. Leave me and my family out of this. Please stop coming after me. This is psychotic. And then they responded with a video reply that they are not going to come after me anymore because I did what they asked me to do. This is now like the third time I've appeased them because they don't stop. They don't stop. This is what frustrates me. It's like no matter what I do, it's like now the next thing is they're gonna come up with some stupid thing next to be like, oh, Smash JT is trash JT because he's such a horrible person because of I saw him pick his nose once in a video and he forgot to cut it, which I probably did. I don't remember. But it's stuff like that where I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I'm trying my best to work with this, but it's starting to affect my personal life. And like, for instance, yesterday, I was planning on actually streaming Kirby, ironically, with my son. Because he really likes YouTube. He has a lot of YouTubers he looks up to, and he really wants to do YouTube. And I feel like it's a fun pastime, a fun hobby. I enjoy it myself, and I don't want to hold him back. If he wants to do that and have fun with it, and hell yeah, I'm going to try to show him the ropes of what it's like and stuff. But then that happened, and I'm like, nope, can't do it. Can't. And it's unfortunate, too, because I feel like it would have been a really fun live stream that a lot of my subscribers would have genuinely enjoyed. And we would have had a lot of fun doing. But we couldn't because there are people like that in the world that just want to watch the world burn. And maybe YouTube was different back in the day. It wasn't this insane. But maybe one of the reasons why some creators can be successful is because they got nothing to lose. They got no family, no life. So what can you take from them? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of losers being successful on YouTube because they got nothing to lose. You could, like, if I didn't have anything to lose, you could make all the threats you want on me and I would be like, okay, come and try. Let's see what happens. But I got a lot to lose and people take full advantage of that. And it's really, really sad because it limits my ability to do more on this platform. And I'm not making excuses. This is the brutal reality of being a YouTuber in 2022. What can I do? I don't, people say, oh, contact the police. I did. I called the police. I told them what's up. And they said they made a note of it. And they'll see what they can do if they do get any reports. Okay. Now what do I do? Duck and cover for the next 6 years? Like, what's the end game with this? I guess that's what I'm getting at. Is it just like, it's just a matter of time before I do actually get swatted? Like, all these threats are just empty threats, and then eventually it's going to happen, and I'll be like, yep. Like, Rich from Review Tech. Yeah, I just got swatted again. Like, I guess it's not a huge deal if you're alone in a house. I don't know if he was or not, but I'm just like, it's kind of like, okay. But when you have a family living together with you in the house, and you're genuinely trying to provide entertainment to people and talking about gaming and passion, but people are so easily swayed sometimes, whether it's due to lack of intelligence or just being so ingrained with just watching one person that they just believe whatever is said about someone else. But either way, they let it fester, and it grows inside of them, and it turns into something completely unreasonable. I'd like to think I'm a very reasonable person. If you reach out to me and chat with me, I'd have a straight up conversation with you. It's one of the reasons why I hide my sub count, because the jealousy from a lot of these smaller channels is so thick. You can cut it with a knife. It's insane. And I continually tell people, I don't care about the subscribers. I just want to talk about my video games, and I want to talk about the news. And if my channel grows, great. But I just do this for fun. I genuinely, if I really cared, if I really, really cared, do you think I'd be doing hot tub videos and hiking videos about my YouTube channel alongside the professional ones? No, I want to use YouTube as, to me, what it was intended for. To be you and talk about your passions and share them with the world. And I don't think that's like a bad thing. In fact, I'm struggling to find out how someone can twist that into a narrative of me being a horrible person, but it happens. And I don't know how to fix it. And I'm genuinely scared. And a part of me doesn't even want to post this video. I already know. I'm like, is this just going to encourage more of it? I guess they see my weakness, that I have a life. That's my weakness on YouTube. That is a weakness. You found it. I have a life. But it is what it is. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I don't know when my next live stream will be. I don't know how often I'll be posting anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of beside myself with all this. Because I was on a good one. We're getting a lot of attention, a lot of views, a lot of support on the channel. And of course, with that comes the detractors, the negativity. It has to, the yin and the yang in the world, it has to balance out. That's how it works. Some people don't ever want to see someone else be successful because it makes them feel like less of a person. And that, nowhere else is that more true than on YouTube. I've learned that firsthand because I've talked about it many times with jealousy, with how easy it is to get caught up in why them, not me, and all that stuff. And I feel like if people can just move past that and not take it so seriously, I think we'd all be in a much better place. Not expecting us to sing Kumbaya, but I'd like us to at least be human with each other. But I think even that's asking too much for some people. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. And if you made it to the end, thanks for watching, and you stay smashing.